I don't really have an opening scene for this video. I was going to put it in the first one, but it was getting a bit too long, so I figured I'd make a second one. I'm digging up all the stumps now that were left over, I guess, from the tree shredding there. It's a small machine, so it takes me quite a while per stump, which is why I didn't want to put it all in one video. But here it goes, and I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to pull the stump out, and this is a small machine. So I'll pry at what I can get at, and you'll see me just curl the bucket. I tend to get the most leverage when I just curl the end of the bucket versus the stick and all that. So I'll just pry up what I can pry up, and then what doesn't come up, I'll just kind of work my way around it, and I'll dig up around the root, get all the dirt out of the way that's holding it in, and I'll just pry at the limbs and the roots and everything until they break off. And I'll just keep doing this until I can eventually pry the stump out of the ground and then move on to the next one. As I'm pulling on it like that, you'll kind of see the machine tip forward. I do use that's why I move it so much, I use the dozer blade for support to help with the machine from tipping. But these are pretty strong roots, so sometimes you can see when I'm pulling on it, the machine kind of tips forward, and that's what's happening. Supervisor over there, my dad, just kind of standing there making sure I'm doing everything right. You'll hear it right around here. You can kind of hear the machine kind of labor down. It's kind of the max limit of its hydraulics, so it'll kind of bog out on certain stuff. That's when I know it's good, can't go anymore. As you can tell when I'm digging here, there's actually pretty good sand right there. There's not even really that much topsoil on this side where I'm working, so that's good news for me. We just got to get out all these stumps, and there's a few, so slow process, but oh well. Sorry about the camera angle. A tree kind of came in, hit me and the camera, so it's still turned. Haven't noticed it yet, but I will. It might take a while, but it beats shoveling by hand. That is for sure. Well, we're on to the next one, and the camera angle is fixed. Clearing is going to look a lot worse before it looks better. It looks like a bunch of bombs went off on the ground. But you know, I've got to get the stumps out. This is the stump of one of those big trees that was pushed in the woods. As you can tell, it's not really moving. It's going to take a lot of work to get this one out. after I pull the stump out, I usually do a couple more scoops in the dirt below it just to make sure there's no roots deeper in the ground that are left behind. Just trying to get them all out. Right there where I'm picking up the stick, you can kind of see it pinch between that lower tab mount there sticking off. That's the one I mount my thumb off of, the lower one, and the upper one's up top. Sometimes it helps when I'm picking up sticks. I can kind of curl the bucket enough that it'll pinch the stick between the bucket and those lower tab mounts there. Kind of helps me rip it out of the ground. Makes it a little easier without the thumb on. Say one of the disadvantages of the small machine is you can see how I'm kind of lean to the side. It's because the boom is right in front of me, so I always got to be lean to one side or the other. I'd say that's probably the biggest disadvantage of this machine, because you're always kind of tipped over, and you kind of feel it later on, get a little bit sore. And here is the other big stump. I'm starting to work my way around it. This is the other tall tree that was pushed into the woods. So work at this one now. It's the next day. I came to do some more, but as you could tell, it's really muddy, so won't be doing any of that today. It's hard to get the equipment through the mud, and I needed the tractor to scoop that crap out of the ditch to get it out of the way, so another time. Kind of got rained out today. Super muddy out. So, guess there'll have to be a part 2 of leveling this later on when everything dries out. And next year when I do an update video on this thing, I'll have to put some gussets here because somehow that ball bent while I was doing something, bent on the plate here. So I'll do an update video on this next year. I'm gonna fix that. But she did good this year. Just wish it wasn't so muddy so we can get back to finishing this, because I want to get all this dug down to match this height. Probably put a small grade up towards the tree line all the way down. It's a lot of digging, but every time you walk, your boot just keeps getting heavier. It's just thick.